What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gucci Garage, and today we have a 2018 Silverado 1500 LT with the Z71 package.
Huge shout out to McKinleyville Chevrolet and Buick for letting us review this thing. So let's get down to it.
Hey guys, Gucci Garage back here, and we are taking the 2018 Silverado for a spin, getting some first impressions, and seeing how she drives. We got a 5.3 liter under the hood of this thing, putting out 355 horsepower.
Pretty torquey,
especially down low in the RPMs. We got 6,300 pound towing capacity on this thing. Not bad for a mid-sized gas truck. And you're looking at about 16 city, 22 highway in this truck, combined 18 for gas. Not too bad, once again, for a truck this size and capacity. You got 4 seats. This is the short bed model, so not as towing friendly, but this is a good family truck, family size truck, or a good work truck for a guy who has a crew and maybe doesn't need all that room.
Yeah.
Got the Z71 package on this thing, so we got some good suspension and tires and brakes on this. It really improves your towing quality and your off-road capabilities. If you're in any spot where you're flexing or anything like that.
It's definitely a package that I would recommend getting.
Yeah, if you're an off-road guy, this is the package you want. I know we always kind of talk about steering and handling, things like that, even if it's a truck, a crossover, sports car, whatever it is. But
well, in this day, there's no excuse for bad handling.
Yeah,
with the technology we have.
There's too much available, and
Yeah.
for the price tag of these things, you really should be getting all of that. And this one passes pretty well. I mean, honestly, it drives like a car, which is a compliment for a truck, because most trucks are really sloppy and have a lot of play in the steering wheel. And
they've come along so far. Like, I remember driving older, like not even older, like 2009s, and it's just there's
night and day.
So much difference.
Night and day for sure.
It does have a pretty good sticker price though, so you would $51,000 for this thing.
You expect that level of refinement.
Yeah.
You got a downhill assist here, so slow you down going down the hills, towing and things like that.
Yeah, very good for towing.
Comes with some big meaty tires as well, and those are gonna be highway rated, towing rated, and they're like an all-terrain mixture. So you got a little bit of off-road capability from the dealership as well.
Wrapped around some 18s, some nice alloys too.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, and honestly, first impressions of this thing is really good. The from the steering to the handling and the quietness inside the cab, it's really nice. It's a really complete package.
Yeah, and you also have on the gear selector, there's also a manual mode, which is nice for towing, and so you can just before when you wanted to gear down, you just pull it down into like second and first, but now it's actually almost like a paddles but with buttons.
Yeah. Which
is nice that you can run through all of the gears if you want, instead of just being limited to
you don't have that awkward clank down.
Yeah.
In the old trucks where you would pull the lever down and it just doesn't want it. The transmission has to be going like 5 miles an hour to take it. This thing is like butter, so it really is a big step up in the truck game for sure.
Definitely.
Also, I mean, you got an amazing stereo in this thing. Bose.
It slaps.
It's typical with Chevy to have Bose. That's the common brand that they're usually having in their vehicles.
They're partnered with them pretty heavily.
But it is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes the Bose is really good in some of the Chevys, and sometimes it's medium grade. So, but in this one, they didn't leave out any bass or anything like that.
And it's fully adjustable too, so you can tune it to your liking.
Yeah.
Alright, what's up guys? I'm in the driver's seat now. Pretty fun truck.
Yeah.
I like it. There are a few quirks that I'm not super thrilled about though. One of those is this has a tilt and a telescoping wheel, but normally you flip a lever and you either pull it towards you or you lift it up and down.
Yeah.
This thing, you push a lever, to put it up and down, and you push another lever to bring it forward and back. Which
2018.
Yeah, come on, if you're gonna do something like that, just make it automatic. Like
a $50,000+ price tag.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like,
come on, Chevy.
So that's
it's not terrible.
It's not awful, but it's not expected.
It
shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
That suspension really soaked up that speed bump quite nicely. Very Z71 package is doing work. You have HID headlights in this with LED daytime running lights. Very nice, because Chevy used to do halogen bulbs and projector beams, which it's nice if you ever want to upgrade them, like I did that in my Prius. But if you're gonna do projectors, just put halogen, or not, just put HIDs in it. Like,
not to mention the fact that they've put so much time in making those. They have some of the best looking headlights, in my opinion, right now on the market for an OEM package vehicle. They come pretty decked out. Like, I mean, you're getting the interior of the light gloss black. They look really mean, really aggressive. They look like an aftermarket light, kind of like my Mustang lights, actually, how they're colored and whatnot. But then you put that yellow light, and it's just not what you want to see. You want to see a nice LED or a nice HID. So it's, good job for including that on this one, Chevy.
They got it right in 2018. There's not a whole lot of changes between the 17 and the 18 either. Just minor little changes, nothing major. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I could get a better deal on a 17, honestly, I say go for it.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot to justify that, because you're gonna get a good discount on the 17. So
just because 18s just came out and they're like a revamped model, so it's kind of that way. But also having luxuries like dual climate control in this as well.
Yes,
is nice to have.
Heated seats.
It's a very
front and passenger
very loaded package. Big old rear view camera on this thing. We're trying to back up here, flip around real quick, and you can see everything like it's a small iPad.
Yeah.
So it's actually really nice.
Pretty good. Chevy has good quality in their cameras too, which is nice to see. It also, you have little mirrors on the corners of the actual mirrors for towing, which is really nice to see. These are meant for towing, so it would be a little odd not to see them in it, especially since John's Mustang, which is a sports car, has them. So
yeah, it's kind of odd, but
I would hope something that tows would have it.
Exactly.
You have partially digital dash. You have the analog speedo and tachometer, but you have your information in the front. Lot of things: tire pressure, oil, and such.
If you've ever been in a Suburban or a Tahoe, and you feel that very, comfort feeling, this is basically the truck of that. This is really a very refined. I don't know. This is, when you say this is pretty luxury, honestly.
This is pretty. Well, this isn't even. This is the LT. If you get the LTZ, you are rolling. You got the full leather, heated and cooled seats. This one has cloth. It's actually quite comfortable. I'm enjoying it. But
yeah, it's really nice. It's a very nice vehicle, except you just have all the capabilities of the truck and towing capacity. That's really the only thing that differs this thing from a brand new Tahoe or a brand new, Suburban or something of that sort.
Yeah, definitely. And they're really going hard with coming out with features like we said, the 4G LTE, the touchscreen, because they're trying to compete with brands like Ford.
Yeah.
And those are the two biggest rivals, and they're always butting heads, trying to come out with the next best thing.
Voice text and voice commands, and I mean, you pretty much name a feature, this thing really has it. I mean, you even have a display on the digital dash of your tire pressures and
each wheel. It's not
your current conditions and everything. I mean, you really are notified in this thing on what you're doing.
And there's also, this is very nice for you parents out there. for the teens, you might be a little upset about it.
Someone wants to, let's say Johnny wants to take your truck to homecoming because he's got to impress his girlfriend.
This was the truck that will do that, by
Yeah.
the way. I thought you were going for it. But if Johnny wants to take it, then you can put it either in teen driver mode, or you could be really mean and put it in valet mode, and he will have, little Johnny can't go do burnouts in the car because you've limited him to,
Per se, how much horsepower?
yeah, you've limited the performance on the car. So
yeah, it's a safety net for your kid, so you
yeah,
don't.
he can't go rail the car.
Not that this is a hot rod, but it's got get up and go, and it's
If you
got
wanted,
abilities. You know, this will limit that kid from making
Yeah.
any poor decisions.
Because if he wanted to, he could get this thing tail happy.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
Chevys are known for their low end, so
That's probably about it for today. This thing is it's very nice. 50 grand, I'd say it's worth it.
mid-size truck. I mean, you're not going to the full-size Duramax, and you're not going to a Colorado. You want something right in the middle. I'd probably pick this in itself over a Tahoe or a Suburban, just because
you have the bed.
Just
and
because you have the
everything.
bed and the off-road capabilities, plus you have all the same amazing comforts and everything else that comes along that Chevy gives you. So
Honestly, once you get into either a Chevy or a Suburban, once you're inside, it feels the exact same. Like
Yeah,
it looks the same.
it's the same exact thing.
I mean,
It's just got a bed on the back,
yeah,
really.
it's really the same car.
I would say, for the most part, this truck pretty much is, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I mean, there's really not a lot of knocks against it. I mean, you can always ask for something extra. There's always something extra you can ask for, but they did a pretty good job on this one.
Yeah, definitely. And for it being the LT, not the highest model, and all the features you still get.
I still feel real special inside of it. I
feel like I'm stunting when I'm driving it.
yeah, it's a nice truck. It's a really nice truck. So yeah, there's nothing against this model at all.
Thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you want to see more content from us, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Keep it Gucci.